It's fun to learn new things as an adult, especially things that aren't very intuitive. It's just a really fun sport, sport.
Best way to describe it is kind of like playing hockey but on bicycles. It's a 3-on-3 sport. You take a ball, try to get it to the other side of the court, smack it into their goal, and it's a point. First to 5 wins, or most scored in 15 minutes wins.
The general rule is that you can't put your foot down. So if you put your foot down off your bike, then it forces you out of play and you have to go tap in at mid-court too. There are a couple sides to the mallet, so you just need to shoot on the open end or the capped end of the mallet. The rules, I feel like, might be a little bit confusing when you first start, but the general rules are stay on your bike and shoot with the end of the mallet.
So my name's Ben Quigley. I started cycling in college. So I started with the fixie phenomenon. I think that brought a lot of us into cycling at that age. And I think that's sort of what led me towards polo, is these kinds of events like alley cats. Alley cats were really popular in Raleigh about a decade ago. There was a person, her name is Michelle Wilcox. She hails from Wilmington, North Carolina, and she started a little club there. And when she moved to Raleigh, she brought bike polo with her. And then they were planning on hosting a tournament, and so they were sort of advertising for that and just getting people psyched about it. Told everyone at the end of this alley cat about it, and a few of us showed up and saw polo for the first time and were blown away and thought it was super cool and thought we should give it a try.
So my name is Melanie. I really started cycling when I went to undergrad in Madison, Wisconsin, which is a really big cycling city. I started working for a courier company there. It was a really, really small courier company of just 8 to 10 employees. And within that messenger company, there was somebody who played polo. And so I started playing bike polo kind of by way of being a courier. I moved here in 2012, I think. I was living in Shanghai before that for a few years. And when I moved from Shanghai here, then I knew that I liked punks and I liked riding my bike, and I still was curious about polo. And in 2012, Michelle Wilcox had actually just started the club herself. And I just found them on Facebook and then started playing with them, as they were a really new club and I was a really new player, so it was kind of perfect.
I think it was May 2016. Raleigh was doing a bike week. They have different events, alley cats, community bike rides, and one of those nights they had a Raleigh Bike Polo rookie night. I kind of knew about bike polo back in Miami, but I never got into it. I never followed that group or anything, but I was like, you know what, let me give it a try. Let's see what happens. Let's see where this goes.
First time I got on a bike with the intent to play polo, I rode out onto the court, had a mallet in my hand, swung at a ball, and literally put the mallet through my wheel and just went end over end. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna go really, really well. But the club's really good about taking new people under their wing and letting them progress at a speed that works for them.
My name's Jeremy Shoup, and my sister got me into cycling through bike polo. I wasn't comfortable on my bike until maybe 6 months into playing. What kept me coming back was the bike polo community though. They don't really care so much what you do, they just want to hang out and just have a good time on some bikes.
I think it's really easy to get into bike polo. You certainly have to know other people that play, know where and when they play, but for the most part, you just kind of show up. I think it's really that simple. And with a club like Raleigh, we bring extra bikes, extra mallets, and I've seen that in plenty of other clubs. Everyone has spare bikes, spare mallets, and they're always willing to show you the ropes for that, and they're always really excited to bring you back out. And they'll kind of do whatever it takes to bring you back out.
When a beginner is first starting to play and I'm on their team, I just tell them where I want them to be, and then I tell them I'm just going to keep getting the ball and sending it right there, so just shoot it. Just get the ball and have a swing. It's less about winning the game at that point, it's just getting the person interested and in the game. Sometimes beginners are hesitant to be in the play, but that's the fun part, playing on the team and actually contributing.
Our club, Raleigh Bike Polo, which consists of people from Durham, Chapel Hill, and Wake Forest, and Fayetteville, so kind of triangle bike polo, and a lot of different other clubs around the country, around the world, we always have loaner bikes. So we always want people to just try it out It's kind of this goofy, weird thing that seems like it is really complicated and might be to start, but it also is really fun because it just opens you up to this community worldwide that some of my best friends I've met through Polo, who might not play now, but I mean, I still kept in touch with them. When we go traveling, a lot of times too, we'll just see, hey, is there anyone here that might know someone who knows someone? We might have someone mutually in common, and we can connect with them.
One of the things that I like most about Polo is the variety and the types of people and the types of interests you see that people have in Polo. Our club is made up of people that are software engineers, healthcare professionals, blue-collar mechanics, and everything. And it's so cool to have this community that brings everyone together in a really exciting and fun way. I think that's definitely one of my favorite things about Polo.
We invite everybody and anybody, from young people, old people, women, trans, queers, whatever you want. Like, we're all here. Like, this is a safe sport, a safe place for people just to hang out and be themselves and just whack a ball around and just fucking kick it, you know? Drink some beers, do whatever you want to do.
When I first started playing in about 2008, 2009, there weren't a lot of women or women trans femme, gender non-binary people that really played, or it wasn't really a place that I, as like a young woman who fucking sucked at Polo, felt really comfortable or supported. And I think that that was a lot of the attitude at that time too. So I just stopped, I just didn't play. I feel like over the past 6 years, spike polo, it's still really learning, but there are a lot of people and a lot of voices, like, and a lot of allies that are trying to make it more inclusive for everyone.
These folks, man, they're some of the nicest people. They invite you to everything. They make you feel like you're part of the family since day one, and like, that's what grabbed me into it. Not necessarily the sport. Sport's fun, but it was them. Like, they made me really feel like home, you know what I mean?